So today is a bit different because, as you can see, I'm not home. I'm stuck in a hotel room serving a quarantine. But I didn't sleep all through the night. I was working. I have a very bad sleeping habit, so anyway, so I woke up this morning and I've got something on my mind as usual. And I said, okay, let me put it out there. It's this thing about the young, should I call them young? Ladies in their 20s, 30s, 40s who are still single. So we, more and more we find around us a lot of single ladies. I don't know, we don't find a lot of single guys as much as the ladies. It seems like we have more ladies than guys. I don't know the statistics, but it just seems like there's a lot more women than men. So it seems like there's a competition to get married among the ladies. And maybe if you're not lucky, or you're not sharp, or you're not smart, or you're not something, you just don't get married on time, and then maybe you never get married. But what's on my mind is how you see more and more there's a lot of people trying to explain why she's still single at 30 or at 40. Why we have a lot of ladies, and everybody seems to have an explanation, or even sometimes a blame. Like it must be her fault. She must have done something wrong. She set too high standards. She rejected all the good guys when they came. Or some people even explain that she has a spirit husband, or it must be something she's done. That's why she's 40 and single. And then what this does, inevitably, is that it leaves the girls or the ladies under pressure to try to get married. A lot of young girls in their 20s are already feeling the pressure to get married. Seems like if you're not married at a certain age, there's something wrong with you, I'm a Christian, so I appreciate the value of the institution of marriage. And I know a lot of people who want to be married, a lot of people who are not married actually want to be married, but for some reason they are not married at an age where they'd rather be married. But my thought this morning is not about so many people not being married. It's more around why, and then what's the big deal. So if you stay with me to the end of this video, just follow my thoughts, you will listen to my conclusion, and then you'll understand what I'm trying to say. So let's go. So I believe, and this is my thought, I believe that yes, there are some ladies who blew their chances of getting married, who when they were much younger, they probably should have settled down with someone, but they were playing around, or they didn't trust the guy, or they didn't want to commit to someone. Some were just looking for a rich guy somewhere who's got all the money in the world. Yes, there are those instances where you could say, okay, she missed something, or she did so. I'm just talking about the lady today. But I believe that majority of the cases of single ladies who are in their late 30s, 40s, some 50s and are single, majority of the time, or most of the time, it's not because of a fault of theirs. I just think, analyzing society, looking at the society I live in, I just think we just don't have enough responsible guys to go around. I don't know if we have more women than men, but it just seems like all the girls are married, and yet we still have more girls who are not married, and all the guys are married. So who's going to marry all the girls? So my thought today is we need to stop the blame game of saying it's her fault that she's not married. No, I don't believe that. Like I said, for some cases, yes, it's her fault. She must have done something. But that's just, I think for most of the cases, she just couldn't find a good guy to marry her. She's not going to go down the road and start begging all the guys, hey, I'm a good girl, please marry me. or I'm a Christian, I'm a child of God, I'm good behaved, please marry me. No. If you take the time to go close to a lot of the sisters who are single, you'll understand that they're not bad people. They're not people who had very high standards. They just didn't find the guy. The guy is not around. So my thought is that increasingly as we go on, we're going to find more single ladies, more ladies who are not married. It's just the way it's going to be. So what am I proposing today? First, marriage is great, but marriage is not the ultimate. We don't live our lives to be married. You come into this world, you have a dream, you have a vision, you have a purpose. There's a reason why you are here. Chase your dream as a young girl, as a young lady. If in the process you find a guy who's ready to go the distance with you, who's going where you are going, marry the guy. But if you don't find the guy, just because of the pressure of, hey, I'm 28 now, I need to find a husband, my mother is on my case, everybody is on my case, my younger ones are getting married, all my friends are talking behind my back. Because of all that pressure, my clock is ticking. Yes, your clock is ticking. Yes, you should get married if you find a good guy, but just don't marry the devil's cousin just because you want to be married. And that's my point. That's my thought. That's what's on my mind today. Too many girls are getting married to people they have no business getting married to. They are in marital relationships that is like hell. And they knew it before they went into it. But just this pressure of, I need to get married. Whoever told us that we must get married? Now make no mistake, like I said, I'm a Christian. I'm not devaluing the place of the institution of marriage. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm saying if you don't find a good guy, don't marry the devil's cousin. Don't yield to this pressure that everybody is putting on you and say you must get married. So you know he's going to cheat on you. You know he's going to beat on you. You know he's not good for you. You know he's totally incompatible with you. But you just want to go the distance with him because you want to be Mrs. Somebody. That will be the mistake of your life. Take the time and ask a lot of married women, and they'll tell you that marriage is not. In fact, some of them would rather be single again. Just walk out of the whole marriage thing. So whilst marriage is good and beautiful, if he's not the right guy, if you don't like him, if you don't feel like, just don't get married for the pressure. And all of us, we need to stop pressurizing all these people and putting so much pressure on them. We need to stop. Yeah. So what, they didn't find a guy, then we have to what? Make them feel like they're the worst thing that ever happened to this world. Not every girl is going to get married. Not every beautiful, godly, good behaved girl is going to get married. That's the reality. I just think there's not enough good guys to go around. So don't marry the devil's cousin or his nephew just because you want to get married. If you are single and you can't find a good guy, please manage your singleness. Find a way to live and enjoy life, to fulfill your life, to have fun, create your own fun. Don't beg your life on meeting a guy, and if the guy doesn't come, then you are depressed. You are just live your life. That's my thought today. Live your life. Okay? Yeah. So my concluding thought, I told you about my concluding thought. My concluding thought is, one, everyone needs to step back and stop putting pressure on the girl just because she's past a certain age and she's single. Let her be. You don't love her more than she loves herself. She knows she wants to get married. She just can't find the guy. Let her be. Back off, everybody. That's first thought. Second thought, to the girl herself, don't yield to that pressure. I know loneliness can be very, very bad. Yes, it is. But don't yield to that pressure to marry a terrible person just because you're at a certain age and everybody's asking why you're not married, and they're putting pressure on you or blaming you, and then you go and marry the devil's cousin. I've said that word like several times in this video, the devil's cousin. You know what I mean. Just don't marry a bad guy. Yeah? Find a good guy and get married. If not, try to live a happy single life. Trust me, you are not the only 40-year-old who's not married. You're not the only 44-year-old who's not married. You're not the only 50-year-old who's not married. And I know you didn't wish that for yourself, but life happens. Yeah, life happens. Some of us have had to bury a child, bury a wife. We didn't plan for that in life, but life happens. You lose the job. So it happens. It's not everything is a fault of yours or has a very good explanation that you can give. It happens. Find a way to deal with it, to live with it. Same thing with being single. If marriage did not happen, find a way to still live and be happy and be fulfilled in life. That's my thoughts for you today. Thank you for watching. And again, subscribe. Thank you.